As we end this week, you are talking about our report from last night on the WHAS 11 night team. Metro Police in the process of firing a detective at the moment who they say would bring guns into the homicide unit, threatened to bring guns into the homicide unit at the police department and shoot several specific sergeants. That's what the chief says his threat entailed. His wife told us he has no memory of that and suffers from PTSD after his time in the military and the protest riots of 2020 right here in Louisville. But first, you were talking about the $100,000 in bail money posted by the Louisville Community Bail Fund with support from Black Lives Matter. It means Quintez Brown, accused in the attempted murder of mayoral candidate Craig Greenberg, is now on home incarceration.
If anyone is arrested and there's any doubt of his mental capacity, instead of releasing him, send him to Central State, let him get help, and stay there until his date in court.
About Quintez Brown, why are they so worried now about his mental health? Why didn't they help him before he decided to pick up a gun and shoot somebody? I don't understand. It's backwards.
I believe they should have let Mr. Brown out of jail in custody of his family to get him some help, because the judge sent him back to jail with a higher bond and said nothing about getting this young man some help. As long as he's getting help, that makes a big difference. There's a no-vote confidence going on tonight in the jail from 6 people dying and they don't know how. They all had mental problems.
He's not the victim. The gentleman that he was trying to shoot was the victim. And we can no longer tolerate things like this. And I blame the judges. The judges set the bonds way too low.
Yes, Mr. Brown got a bond like everyone else get a bond set. The judge set a bond for him. So why are they complaining about him getting a bond? Didn't the judge set a bond for him, just like every murder, every other guys and women, they get a bond too?
More rants coming in today on that news conference held this week with the mayor and top business leaders who are investing in downtown Louisville, urging people to come back to the city. William in Louisville. Workers would rather work from home where they are more productive. Many businesses are going to accommodate that desire to avoid having to pay more salary. Barbara in Louisville on the president in Ukraine. The world has learned long ago that Russia isn't trustworthy. Matt in Jeffersontown on LMPD moving to fire detective Chris Palumbi. As someone who suffers from PTSD, I feel for him. It's terrible. But if he can't function safely and with respect to others due to his PTSD, he doesn't need to be in a position of authority or one where he can easily harm others. Althea in Louisville. He wants to keep his job. He's sick. Shouldn't he get help and disability from the military? Why would we want a documented unsafe man working in the most deadliest job in the city? He needs help. I'm sorry that he has to go through it. Well, are you following the situation in Ukraine? You watched the president live right here at 5 o'clock. Do you agree with the president that the United States should stay out of this altogether? And do you believe we will stay out of it in the end? Here's how you can rant on this Friday afternoon. Post a message on my Facebook page, WHAS 11 Doug. Keep your email rants also coming on Twitter. Find me there on WHAS 11 Doug. You can follow me on Twitter if you like. The email address is therant@WHAS11.com. And I'll be listening to your calls tonight at 855-749-1101.